So, I guess welcome, guys. I'm Mary. Um, this this stream is more for me to help you, like, understand how to build floating bridges, like the one behind me. So, my English is not my first language, so sometimes I may not really know the word that I need to say. So, sorry for any mistakes. Um, and it's Fleck, yeah. So, hey, I don't know. It's waiting. So this is my character. Hi, Elle. Welcome to my first live. I'm super nervous. I hope everyone can understand me. So, I don't know if you guys have any questions, or do you want me to start, like, giving you a... Oh, let me change this place. Yeah, waterfalls are very loud. Okay. Another floating bridge. Okay, this one doesn't have any noise in it. So, I think I'll start by doing a catch-up so that you guys can know sort of the way that I do my own bridges, because there are a lot of ways to do them. Okay, so first let me show you a few of the possible bridges that you guys can do. And so this one is a 5 wide iron bridge, the one that Iggy showed on his stream. It's very nice, as you can see. And this one, if it's centered, so I need a 2 wide cliff under it. But there are more ways that you can do them. So this one, for example, it's a log bridge, also a 5 wide. But if you noticed, the ones that I placed I placed some paths on the side, so you can see that the bridge is not centered with the squares of the Animal Crossing. So this is only possible to do, obviously, if you have a modded switch. No, you cannot walk under it. It's a shame. I tried a lot. That's the reason why I did the second floor floating bridge, because I was like, oh, okay, I can't walk under it because it's too low, but if I do a second floor, maybe I can, and it's not possible. So, one thing that you need to know is that each type of bridge, so the 3 wide, the 4 wide, the 5 wide, has a different ID. So to make sure that you create the perfect bridge and the bridge that you want, you need to know all the codes. So I spent some time trying all of them, and I found them. And I created an Excel file that I'm going to upload and allow everyone to see when I finish this stream. Yes. So this is all the possible... Wait, let me make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see it better. So this is the Excel file with all the possible bridges, also including the inclines, because since I was already doing bridges, I also did inclines. As you can see, on the left side, on this column, you have all the codes that you need to use in NHCE. And then you have the type, the width, and if the bridge is a diagonal or not, because diagonal bridges have a different code, have a different ID than the ones that are horizontal. As you can see, Nintendo was not organized, and except suspension and stone bridges, and logs as well, the other bridges are not sequential. So you need to be careful, that you need to be sure and to check the size, the type, and if it's a diagonal or not. So, let's see. Let's go around my island. This is my test island, so I can show you things that you can do and things that you need to be careful before I pass to the more technical part in NHCE. So, as I'm running around, you can see that I have multiple types of bridges. 3 wides, 4 wides. As you can see, horizontal bridges and vertical bridges are super easy to make because they're very straight. So over here, I posted this photo a while ago. This is my long bridge testing part. And it looks very nice, but it has a problem. Curved bridges don't like long bridges because they don't allow you to run over them. Another cool thing about this is that the bridges don't need to be really connecting so that you can pass through them. So if you saw these 2 iron bridges, you would think that I wouldn't be able to pass through them, but I can. Because the distance between both bridges is very small, is half a square, so the game allows me to pass through them even though they are not touching. Okay. Finally, I'll show you the diagonals. The ones that everyone really likes and looks always very nice, but they are a nightmare to create. So starting off, I'm going to show you the smallest possible diagonal bridge. 2 wide? It's a 2 wide. Hello, Kotona! So, as you can see, there's a problem with suspension bridges. The bridge is very low, so when you do the trick, the easy trick that there's no glitching, the cliff is too high, so it's noticeable under the bridge. There's a way that you can also do a suspension bridge floating, but you need to have a top of tile that's glitchy. So it's not very noticeable because it's under the bridge, but if you want to do it on a horizontal bridge, you can see that the square is void and you can see underneath your island. So here it's a 3 wide diagonal bridge, and as you can see, it looks very nice. You can always see a little bit of the bridge underneath, but it's not very noticeable. It's not as noticeable as the horizontal ones. Over here you have my failures as I'm running through it. As you can see, when I was terraforming, because I strongly suggest you terraform in-game and then you go to the NHCE and place the bridges there. So, because there's 2 good things. First, you don't have to pay for them, and second, you don't need to think about all the different types of tiles that you need to do to terraform in NHCE. Over here you have a different diagonal bridge. This is the red Zen bridge. And then I tried to do a long bridge, a diagonal one, but as you can see, I also failed. The small one was a success, but the long one, I made the space too wide and the bridge didn't sit correctly, so it fell apart. Now that you saw what you can, some idea of what you can do, for example, you can go on the 2nd floor, forgot to show you, and you can walk on top of it. And because it's right in front of my residence center, it's very nice to see my villagers there. They're very cute. Okay, now that you saw the the bridge, I can show you possible ways where you can do this. So, okay. Should I go to NHC first, or would you guys like me to terraform first? And oh, yeah. And then we use NHC. Yes, we have Tangy. Tangy is very nice, and she calls me Mary, normally. Terraform first? Okay, let me change... oh, I can do it this one, yeah. Should I do it in... Wait. And there's a mistake, I don't know why. The game is frozen. Oh! I just found out a new thing. The game updated. And because of the update, I cannot pass. What? I feel betrayed by the game. Let me go through the other way. Yes, this bridge is perfect for cottagecore. I tried to do a minimal quantity of cliffs underneath so that it wouldn't be glitching. But still, it's a lot of cliffs. It looks nice though, but it's a lot of bridge. Very steak, yes I am. Okay, so let's terraform in this island. And later I can show you my test island, where I have all the different types of bridges, including the under construction ones. Here we go. Wrong button. Okay. So, first, let's do 3 wide bridge. Horizontal. Terraforming is a real... Okay, let's make it a little bit faster. Let's use magic. It's a need. And Mary is on coffee. No, Cotona, I still haven't fixed it. This is the world before I tried to fix bridges. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Mary. And I'm a mod in Iggy's Discord, and I found out how to make floating bridges, so Iggy asked me to make a live stream. Sorry if my English is not the best. I'm not from America or any other country that speaks English as a first language. If I speak too fast, or if I didn't explain myself correctly, just let me know. And I'll try to slow down, because sometimes I speak too fast. Okay. We have a 3 wide. Let's stop a little because the game is kinda... it's going crazy. We'll also do a 4 wide, so I can help you guys better. Okay. If you can do a 3 wide, you can do a 5 wide, because they're both odd bridges. The width is odd, so it's 5, 3, or 4. So if you can do a 3 wide, you can do a 5 wide. So, now that we have the space that we are going to need to create bridges, I'm going to do the best that I can to explain it. So, imagine this is a river. So, if you want to place... Let me open NHC so you guys can see an example. 1 second, because I had to close it. Okay, opening. And I'm going to open one. I'm going to open my testing world. So, opened. Here we go. This is my character in NHCE. There you go. And I'm going to open my map. So you can see how buildings are shown in NHCE. This is very important. So this is my test world. As you can see, there's a lot of bridges, because I was testing the different codes that you need for bridges. So as you can see on the map, every single building in NHCE is represented by a square, a 2x2 square. Let me change the terrain so you guys can see better. So, I don't know. Dark soil, why not? So, it's represented by a 2x2 square. This is very important to know, because you need to think that this is like a box and you need to support this box. So how you're going to terraform changes the way that you're going to later on place this box, this 2x2 square. The best way that you can, let me place this a little bit to the right so you guys can see better. Okay, and I lost it here. So the best way that you can terraform is to make sure that the bridge stays on top, is make a 2x2 cliff. But this is super big and no one likes it because it's super bulky, and you want to create the smallest possible cliff to make it look the most like it's floating. So to make this, what you want to do is, there's two ways. If you want a way that is how do I say it? It's aligned with the game. Let me change to soil. This one. So, the game has squares, as we know. And the squares represent... No, has paths. And the paths are represented by squares. So, the best way, and if you want to keep the game aligned with the paths, it's to create a 2x1 cliff. Tool. So I want to align it, so I want my bridge to be aligned with this part. So I would create a cliff here. So it would be like this, because this is a 2-wide bridge, 4-wide bridge I mean, sorry. So the only way that you can place it is like this, so a 2x2 square. There's a way that you can do a smaller cliff, but you need to offset your bridges in NHCE. So instead of having a 2x2, you would have a 2x1 or a 1x2, I mean, and you would place the bridge. So in NHCE, you would place this. Instead of placing it aligned like it is right now, you would do something more like, if this is your cliff, your bridge, let me get it because we have too many. Okay, this would be my bridge. I would need to place it, instead of placing it right on top of it, I would off-center it, so the bridge is not aligned. This would be the way, but you would need to have a 3-wide path or a 1-wide path. This way is awesome to use if you want to align bridges with your museum, because both the museum and your house are 3-wide, the doors. So if you want to have a centered bridge or a centered incline, it also works with inclines, you would off-center your building half a square. So the one that I'm going to show you, because Iggy already showed the one that you don't misaligned things, it's the one that... No, Iggy showed you the ones that are aligned. I'm going to show you the ones that are not aligned. So I'm going to only do a 2x1 cliff for a 4-wide bridge. The same thing happens on... Wait. sorry, my game is crashing a little. My internet. So the same thing happens for a 3 wide bridge. On a normal situation, you would need a 2 by 1, in this situation a 1 by 2 cliff, and you would place it aligned with the game. Let me slow down because I'm glitching so much. So to be aligned, let me get my wonderful dark path. It would be like this. So the cliffs are aligned with the path. If you want to be a little more crazy, you could misalign them. Unalign them? I really have no idea how to say the word. So you would do a single wrong button, a single cliff, like this. So this would be for horizontal bridges. Now if we want to go crazier, we can try to do some diagonal bridges. The problem with diagonal bridges is that you need to be sure on how to align them. So let me go up a little so I can find a place to start. And let's start excavating. I'm just going to do one. A thing that I would recommend about diagonal bridges. If you create the bridges normally in game, you can see how to place the blocks and where the bridge would normally fall. So it's easier. The problem is you would need to know which type of tiles to use to terraform after you create the bridge. So what I'm trying to say is you would create the river, you would speak with Tom Nook, you would buy a bridge kit, you would create the diagonal that you want, and you would place the bridge in the place that you want to place it. So when you then you paid for the bridge and the bridge is built, so you need to time travel a little. So then you would transfer your file to your computer, and then you would use NHCE to terraform around the diagonal. If you do that, you wouldn't have the problem that I had with falling bridges, because they weren't properly supported. So this is I think this is a too wide diagonal. I think so. I'm very confused about this. Let's clean it up a little. Okay. If anyone has any questions, please ask them. Really. I mean, I can speak for hours, but I don't think you guys want to hear me speak for hours. It would get boring. So, I think what I need to do... I have no idea how wide this bridge would be. That's why I don't like to create diagonal bridges like this. It's fun for some of them, so let me just run a little to my diagonal bridges area. So, how wide is this? So this is the widest you can go. It's a 4 wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. And then this is a 3 wide. So, let me think. So the one that I'm creating right now, it's this one. No, because there are no 5 wide diagonals. You have a 2 wide, a 3 wide, and a 4 wide. Because you need to remember from high school or whenever you guys learned it, the Pythagoras? I don't know how to say the name of the person in English. Sorry, it's Pythagoras in Portuguese. Where the a soma dos quadrados catetos é igual ao quadrado da hipotenusa. So the square root of the sum, I have no idea to say it in English. Sorry about that. So it's basically one side square plus the second side square, it's equal the larger side square. That's it. Because if you go online, and this does help, if you go online, you know that the smaller bridge is, when you're creating it, is like this, so it's 2 by 1, and then you have a 2 by 2 for the what I call the 3 wide bridge. Nintendo really should help us. Like, I really need like an indicator, a little arrow that tells me, oh, you're placing something here. Yes, Nintendo, I would like to know where I'm placing stuff. And the last one is 2 by 3. Okay. So you cannot do any other type of diagonals. You can only do these 3. The same way that you only have the 3, the 4, and the 5 in horizontal / vertical bridges. Yes, who knew that math would actually be used in real life? So I'm going to try to create, I don't know, this one is the easiest to do because, oh wait, I do wonder, how is this aligned? Oh, it is. Yes, as you can see, this one is aligned, but if I'm not mistaken, I don't think this one is. Yes, this one is not. I think. Diagonals are confusing people. I don't recommend. They're very pretty, but I don't recommend. Okay. Let's make a giant long bridge, if it's going to work, because it seems that my long bridge are not working. Wait, didn't this one work? This one works. I don't know why my second floor doesn't. So the wooden long diagonal bridge is working, but the other one is not. Mysteries. So let's answer Iggy's request and create a very long 8 wide diagonal bridge, if I'm going to be able to. So let's do some math. Literally. So I know that the diagonal long bridge, I don't need grass, I need another one. Can be this one. So it's 2 by 3. So if I want to create a very long one, I would do a 5 by 5. And this way it should work. Math people. Who would have thought that we would be using them in Animal Crossing? Okay, let's try it. So, I don't know how wide you are. But, okay, 1, grow a little please, 2. So this is going to be my bottom part, and I'm going to start counting, starting here. So I make sure that it's correct. Oh. Balls. I do think that Animal Crossing music is very relaxing. Just run around, playing. Okay, I think this should be enough. Okay, a little bit more, just to keep it to be safe. So, tell me if you would think about creating some diagonal bridges, floating ones, as well. It could be fun. Then, oh, make sure that if you do create them, tag me, Mary.does.stuff or Iggy, or both of us, because we both want, and use the hashtag ACNH mods so we can see our creations. Okay, this is more than enough. So now that we have the bottom part, let's do the top part. So one, let's paint a little because so much grass doesn't help us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 7, 8, 9, so 10 would be that place. Okay, let's get building. I hate fossils. English is so hard. Like, seriously, why does the English language have so many words that are written the same way, but you say it completely different? Seriously, it doesn't help that us, people that aren't actually from an English-speaking country, and we want to learn English and we can't. Because we think, oh, this word, you speak it like laugh or lag. Yeah, I remember the first time that I learned the word laugh, I was saying it very incorrectly. Like, seriously. I said it, I went to London once, it was very nice. And I said it and people were like looking at me like I was crazy, and they were like, it's not laughter, because I was saying laughter. It's not laughter, it's laughter. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. Good to know. Oh, okay. So, what word would you like to learn in Portuguese? Because that part, I think I can help you easily. Yeah, but read and read and lead and led, those are just like I would say the in Portuguese would be tiro no pé. The literal translation is shooting your own foot. Because you're not helping yourselves. Oh yeah, you want me to make fun of Rin and Cotona in Portuguese? Ok. Opa, Cotona não faz nada. Ela só anda ali, toda a gente a dizer, tu tens de cracar a tua switch e tu não cracas. Era muito mais fácil para ti, só ajudavas. I was only saying good things, mama. Only good things, Cotona. Only good things. Rin. A Rin nunca faz nada da vida. Dorme. Like, Animal Crossing in Portuguese? Like, I think we don't say it. Like, the literal translation would be animais a passar. But Portuguese people, we don't really translate things. We're not like Spanish people. We are not also a province of Spain, so it's different things, Portuguese and Spanish. I know that Spanish people have normally try to translate everything, so I know that U2 is U2 e Rolling Stones é Pedras Rolantes, so it's very fun. I have a my voice. I should have brought water. Welcome to the stream. So this is our attempt to create a very long bridge. Oh, okay. So, words in Portuguese that you guys would like to know. Character in Portuguese is personagem. Mary, is a Portuguese. No, my name I translate it to English because it's the funniest thing in the world to have English people saying my name. So my name is Maria, but English people normally say it Maria. So I always laugh. So it's always nice. But yeah, so I just simply translate it to Mary. So it helps a lot. Everyone's happier. So to everyone that arrived a little bit later, Iggy requested me to try and make a 8 wide diagonal bridge. The last time I tried, it was a failure, so this is our second try. I think this is wide enough. I'm not really sure. Should I break another one? Because if it's too wide, like what happens over here, it's going to fall. So I think this is wide enough. I cannot count them, which is very sad. So, but let's try it. So I made it too big, so it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I make it too big again? 4. Animal Crossing should help us. I need a grid, people. Like Sims 4 or just Sims style, I need a grid. Because all this grass doesn't help me. Not at all. So I think this is 4 wide. And so this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I think it's correct. Not really sure. Theoretically, it should be. Let's paint some things on the floor. So it would be 1. Oh wait. Oh yes. Oh god. How? So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's not wide enough. Not really sure. Are you wide enough? I don't think you're not. Okay, I need to make it wider. Let's go one more. If it falls, it falls. It's gravity. Just simple gravity. So, it should be correct now. Not really sure. If it doesn't work, it doesn't. And I will not cry over spilled milk. So yeah, I really recommend you guys to build bridges, like diagonal ones. First building them, and then terraforming in NHC. If you make it kinda... I mean, diagonal bridges are not easy to make in NHC. Because you need to use a lot of tiles. I don't know what to say to you guys. Just go crazy. I did it, so if you lose a little bit of time, you can do it as well. That's why I'm here for. We have many hours. Not that many, but some of them. A few. I don't know if this is wide enough. Should I widen it again? Should I make it one more? So, because this is technically a... Okay, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. If this is the 4th one, 5, 6, 7. Not sure, yeah. Okay, let's leave it, because if they are one on top of each other, it should work as anyway. So let's terraform and see, because terraforming also helps a little. So in a normal situation, what I did over here, let's see. Oh, up. It didn't really work because the bridge was not placed correctly. because diagonal bridges don't like to be placed as they should be. So as you can see, this one, the first on top, is not centered, so it should be half a block on top of it. And this one is also not centered, so it should also be half a block on top of it. So, but half and a half, oh. Yeah, let's plot pillars. I think I need to make it wider. Oh, there's an easy way to do this. I'm being crazy. So we know it's a 5 by 5. So if I start placing stuff, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing 4 by 4 because you need to take into account the cliffs itself, because the cliffs count as a block. Oh, wrong place. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh! Theoretically, it's correct. Let's hope it is. Let's terraform. So, in a normal situation, I would place one here, and then one here, and very confusion. I am confusion. You know that meme where... Oh, another thing. Kansas and Arkansas. Why isn't it Arkansas? Why is it Arkansas? What's the deal with that? Okay, I need to make it one more wide. Because... wrong place? I need to leave one. Okay, I need to make it a little bit wider. It seems my math was not correct. Should go back to school. I don't want to. I'm still there. Oh, that's right. Because diagonals, I should have a math, like actual math on top of, in front of me to help me with this. It's really a 5 by 5. Oh wait, how do you pronounce possum and opossum? Is it like this? Oh god. Oh, don't worry with me. I also didn't know it was Arkansas. I always thought it was Arkansas or something like that. Also, why do you have so many states? Like, make countries. That way people can say, I never visit all states in America. Just make them countries. And people can say, oh, I visit so many countries. Can you show me how to put flowers and fish model on the river? Oh, yes, I can completely do it. That, don't worry. But you need to, if you need to have a modded switch. Oh, while I'm here, disclaimer: modding is not 100% safe. There's a possibility that you will be banned. Of course, you should try to do safe modding. There are people that do crazy stuff. I try to keep it very low-key. So all the mods that I do are normally stuff that are already in-game. So I do a save file edit or I spawn stuff, but I try not to go very crazy after that, because I don't feel safe. And every time I'm modding, I'm offline. Sorry, speaking. So this is our try. Let's see what happens with this. Since we want a wonderful and pretty river under us, let's create water, I think I would say. Oh, this takes so long. Nintendo should really help us and like do a live... What's the word in English? Optimization. That's a good word. Like a optimization thing where they give us... Oh. Okay. Sorry, because... Oh, yeah. Sometimes I may have a little glitching on my streaming, but it's because I'm not as fancy as Iggy, so I don't have a device that connects directly my Switch to my computer. So I'm using my internet connection to do this. And since I don't live alone, and COVID stuff, everyone's using the internet, so it's a little bit slower. A lot of water, water. A lot of it. Oh, what? Let's make me faster. Let's give me 50 caffeine. Oh, yeah. It's going to completely start to glitch. Sorry about that, everyone, but this is taking way too long. I want instantaneous stuff. Oh, yes. The problem with instantaneous stuff is that when you try to do anything, you don't really know where you're doing stuff. Christmas music! Yeah, it's going to keep glitching because I'm giving it too much information, so, and my internet connection is not handling that. Sorry about that. Ah, wrong place. Oh, I'm doing like a guide to terraform in NHC. I already do it, but you need to have some things into consideration, and it's not as easy because there are a lot of tiles. So Clutch helped me a lot because if go watch his videos, because he was like, I saw his videos to start doing stuff in NHC. He showed me a Google Doc with all the possible, what's the word? Tiles. So it was like a spreadsheet with everything. So it's a lot easier to do it. But there's a problem, is that as you like, things have directions. So you need to know how directions work to place things. Bridges are easy because they're the same in both directions. But so even if you mess up, you can still fix it. But things like tiles, you need to be sure about the direction that the tile needs to be built on, or else it's going to be glitching and you cannot fix it in-game. You can only fix it if you have NHC or any other save file program. Okay, I think this is enough water. It's pretty, very nice, and it allows me to help you guys do a little trick. Yeah. Okay, enough water. Back to normal speed, no more caffeine. So, as you can see, to everyone that arrived, or left, or whatever, we have created our cliffs. These cliffs are very important because these are the places where we are going to place our bridge. Now that we have created it, I need to save and I need to change. So I need to pass my file once again to my computer. Waiting. So let's leave the game and let me pass the file to my computer so I can help you guys. Until now, has everyone understood everything? I can try to explain it again. I will do my best. So let's create a new file so I can pass it easily. Takes a little while. Technical difficulties. Oh, while we're here, and so you guys don't have anything to do, let me show you another NHC file, maybe. So you guys can see something while I pass everything through here. So let me close this one and let me open another one. I think I have one here. Okay. So this is the same map that I was just using before I did any terraforming. So, oops, wrong one. Map edit, field items. So this is the map before I placed the bridges. So you guys can see what I was talking about. As you can see, I showed you the various ways that you can place bridge like cliffs to help you. So you can place a single one, and then you need to place the bridge off-centered. You can also place it, sorry, my switch turned off because technology is always nice. You can also place the 2 by 1 that I spoke about, because this is a odd bridge, so an odd, the width is odd, is an odd number, so it's 3. And then we get to the 4 wide territory. 4 wide bridges are a little bit trickier, as I said, so you can do them off-centered, and you only need a 2 by 1. Or you can do it like this, so you do a diagonal. You use this technique in bridges, in diagonal bridges, so you use less space, and if you were going to do the math, like in real life, what would happen is the weight of the bridge would be well distributed, because this is in the diagonal. So you can also do it like this. But I don't really like it because I like symmetry. So what would happen is you would see that you have a cliff that's more closer to you and one that's more further away from you, and I don't really like that. So, okay, the switch. God. Technology. And the last one that I showed you guys was a 4 wide, so it's a 2 by 2. And this is the easiest one. You just need to place the bridge right on top of this square and it works. And then we get to the 5 by 5 territory. So you can do exactly the same as you did with the 3 wide. So you can either do a 2 by 1 or a 1 by 1, and it works. So if you see my confusion of second level bridges, if I move it a little bit to the side, you can see that I did this technique. So I only have one square, and that square is holding up the entire bridge. So let me create a file so I can pass it, like save it and pass it to my computer. So both bridges are only 1 wide. I had to do this all the terraforming was done in-game, because it was like, you cannot see this. You think, oh, this is just waterfall, 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 cliff, cliff, done. It's not. If you go and see the individual types, every single one of them is different. And it's a headache to try and understand this. So do your terraforming in-game, and then do any other thing that you think about doing, do it in NHC. So let me pass a few seconds. It takes a little while. I'm very sorry about this. So let me close this because I need to open it again. Just a few seconds. I'm connecting my switch to my PC so that I can take my file off my switch and upload it here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, where is it? Here. So, takes a little while, internet stuff. let's open it. Close this. Switch NHCE. Open. Okay. We have NHCE and we have the file that we need. Not this one. I have many, but not this one. It's this one. So, this is the map. Very nice, very pretty. We need to go in it. Takes a little while. So, as you can see, we terraformed and I forgot to place water. But we have the big one here, so it's okay. And I can use these ones to show you guys what you can do with the one that's glitchy. So now that we have our wonderful terraforming, this one, as you saw, was glitching and it was too far away. But now we are trying to fix that. So we are going into buildings and I'm going to pull up my wonderful spreadsheet and I'm going to ask you guys, which type of bridge do you think we should build? Waiting. While we do that, oh wait, oh, it's okay, I have enough. I can change. So as you can see on top of my spreadsheet, we have building type, and as you can see, bridges is 26 and inclines is 27. Every type of bridge, every type of building, I mean, in Animal Crossing has a different ID, so a different building type, so you need to be sure that to place it 26. 0, 0 is none, it's empty. So then we need to choose some coordinates, so I'll just do 159 and 159, just something. And as you can see, it's completely off place where I wanted to do it, but it's okay. So then I go up, 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 up. And one thing that I learned about the diagonal bridges is that sometimes they are not truly centered. So as you saw in game, my two iron bridges weren't centered, even though, as you can see here, they are completely centered with my actual game, my actual terraforming in NHC. See, it's completely centered, but it was falling apart and it wasn't very centered. So what you would need to do is place them a little bit higher so they wouldn't be falling. And I can test it now and see what will happen in game when I transfer the file once again to my console. So I placed these ones and theoretically they should be working correctly. And now let me fix this one. So it seems people want wooden. So it's going to be a wooden bridge. So we go into the wonderful spreadsheet and we search for the wooden bridge, and we want first to be a diagonal and to be a 4 wide. So we are going to use the code 48. So type, it's 48. One thing that you need to have to be careful about is the angle. So right now we are doing a bridge that its direction, I made like a little graph here, is from bottom left to top right. So you can either use 2 or 0 because bridges are symmetrical. So you can do it since we are doing it in this direction, so bottom left to top right, it's also angle 0, and we don't mess around with it. And now we do the exact same thing. So type building 26. Coordinates, we can now use these ones to help us guide us. So it would be 201 and 117. And now we can change it up a little. Correct. And then what we need to do is change the type once again. So it's type 49. No, 48. See? Need to be careful. So this should be done. This should be fixed. So this should work. Since I'm here, I'm going to try also to fix the curved bridges that weren't correctly working. So I'm just going to place one of them a little bit off-centered, But I need to be careful because, as you can see, now I have a problem with terraforming, but I will fix it. I don't really know how. Let me think. Okay, I'm just going to do a glitching bridge because it's easier. So we just go to terrain and select. So there's this type of tile in Animal Crossing that's called the cliff 8. So what happens with tiles in Animal Crossing is that the number represents the number of tiles that are connected to it that are from the same type. So cliff 8 would mean that you have 8 tiles around it that are also cliffs, but that's the base tile. So what happens with this tile, the cliff 8, is that it glitches and creates a void. So you can use it to play around with it a little. And that's what I'm going to do. Another thing, elevation. Very careful when you're terraforming, because we are doing a first level, you need to place them number 1 there. Okay, so now I place the bridge in place and it should work. I have no idea why these two are not working. They should be because they're correctly placed. But I'm going to try and separate them a little. I think, okay. I'm just moving them half a square to see if this is going to work. And once again, I need to do some modding stuff. So this is a cliff 1. So this is going to be glitchy because I'm not fixing it in game. And I'm not being careful with what type of cliff I'm using. So it's 100% for sure going to be glitching. But we are trying to fix it just to see if I can now pass through them. So, and now what I was talking about, I talked in the beginning of the video that suspension bridges are not the best ones for this kind of building because you can see the cliff under it. But as I just said, you can do the cliff 8. That's the type of cliff that is null, so it doesn't have a top. And if you place it, it's not going to be shown. It's just going to show a square, void square. So I'm going to place a bridge there. The last 3 bridges we can use in this island, so it's a true bridge core. So type 26, and I want to create a 3-wide suspension bridge. So it's this one, so code is 7. And then I need to place it somewhere. So I'm just going to use 201 and maybe 220. And it's too far away, but it's okay. I can just go up, 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 up. And as you can see, it's off-centered. So the bridge is not aligned with the normal paths in the game. And now that let's place some other types of bridges so you guys can see it. What's going to happen when you place it in game. So 200 and 200. And I'm going to place, I don't know, a 3-wide log bridge, so 14. And this time is going to be centered. So it's going to be aligned with the paths. And at the same time, I'm going to also do another one. This time is a 4-wide. 26 and 200 and 200. If you guys have any questions, I have a look on the chat. I'll do my best, truly, to help you guys. And let's do a stone 4-wide because it's right in front of me. I know this sounds a little bit crazy and maybe it's not the easiest thing. That's why we decided to do a live stream, so that you guys can ask me real-time questions. So theoretically, everything should be working and everything should work. So I'm going to save. Also, very important, when you save, you need to double save. So you were in the map, you clicked save, and you would think, oh, it's done. It's not. You need to go into File and save again. Okay, now that everything is saved, once again, I'm going to transfer this file to my switch. There are many ways that you can transfer your files. The regular way, the old school one, is just take out your SD card, connect it, and take it out, put it on your PC, and then doing all the stuff that you need to do. And once again, passing it to your switch, that would take way too long. So there's a file that you can use, a program. It's called JVST, I think. I'm probably not sure, not right, but I will try it. I'll just check it in a second. Let me just once again pass the game to my switch, my save file. Okay, it's done. So let's open the game again. So after all of this crazy stuff, so the name of the program is FTPD. It helps, it's amazing. I recommend you guys, if you have a modded switch, you guys use it. Because if you're thinking about doing crazy stuff with NHCE, creating floating bridges, etc., this is a lifesaver. Okay, I think it's done. Let's open the game again. I wish I could show you guys what I'm doing like when I'm not playing, but it's kind of hard because I don't have a thingy. I don't know the name. Oh, I need to close it and open again. Sorry. Because then it's not going to show. Launch. Okay. Once again, we have music. Wonderful. And a game. Oh, thank you, Hector. Hector? I think that's the name. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it right. For donating to Iggy. Maybe it may have been a while ago. Sorry about that. So, once again, as you can see, I messed up. The bridges are not correct. The problem with Animal Crossing and trying to do stuff like crazy. And I know what I did wrong. Remember when I was talking about the tiles and that you need to be careful with the elevation? I forgot about that. So instead of using elevation 2, because this is a second level bridge, I used elevation 1. So now it's down. It could be worse. Let's look around and see what happened to the other bridges. So I showed you in the beginning of the video that my wonderful curved bridges didn't allow me to pass through them. They still don't. Yep. Maybe if I separate them a little bit more, it would work. But yeah, I mean, if you want to like create bridges for only the aesthetic, it looks nice. Like, it looks very pretty. But it's not doable, like people cannot walk through them. I mean, they can walk through this one. I really don't know why the log bridges on the second level weren't working. I really don't. So, let's see what happened here. As you can see, now you can pass through it! I fixed it! And this was the bridge that we built together. Look how nice. It's a long diagonal bridge. And as you can see, I think I would be able to separate them a little bit more. But it would happen what happens here, because diagonals and math. So you either have a small gap between the different bridges, or they are very, like, they glitch a little. They're on top of each other. I personally prefer this way, so you don't have a little gap between them. But, I mean, for each one their own. I mean, it's like the character is trying to fall here, but it doesn't, which is nice. So that one I didn't fix, so it's still falling. Now let's see the ones that I was talking about. See? This way, your wonderful suspension bridge is not floating. No, it's floating, but doesn't have a glitch in it. The problem is, as I told you about, is that it's glitching a little. See, literally, like over there, you can see underneath your own island. But it's not as noticeable if you place it like in between water. I can show you on the other one. Let's move a little bit. Move. Here. So you can't see it because I didn't terraform around it correctly. So I still left the other ones. But if it's in the middle of the water, it's kind of okay. Just give it a try, I think, and see what happens. So I'm going to show NHCE, so the comparison, got it, between the terraforming and the bridges on top of it. Let me open this island. So, not this one. The one that I want is this one. So let's make my game a little bit smaller. And let's open the file before I place the bridges. And as you can see, so first, this is the first bridge. Wait, let me close it and place it somewhere where it's not on top of the game. Okay. Oh, we have a question. I'm not sure, but can you build the bridges without water under? Yes, you can. Here, let me show you. I need to go down. I could go around, but who wants that? Like here, there's no water under the bridges. You can literally place bridges on top of land. No problem at all. See? Just chilling. Let me place it a little bit so you can see it better. Here. Just there. It's completely okay. When I was testing out, I didn't bother with placing water underneath because it's too much time, too much work. But you can 100% place all the bridges you want without water under it. So let's create a comparison. Okay. Running. Let's start from the bottom left. I think it's easier. Oh, there's a tarantula. Good thing I don't have a net. So this area, I wish I had a bigger screen. Sorry about this. Can't do anything about it. Come. This area is represented by this area. So right here, I'm currently on top of this terraforming. So underneath the first one, you have a 2x2, because this is a 3 wide bridge. Because I was testing if you could still pass through the bridges, and have a little gap, 100% you can. So you have a 2x2, 2 squares by 2 squares, or as I told you guys, you can do the diagonals and they work 100% fine. Underneath the wooden long bridge, I have a single square because I was testing a single square, and even if you go like through the sides, it's very subtle. So if you want to create the best optical illusion, just use vertical bridges because they are the best. You can see it super well and you can see the illusion super well, but you cannot see the cliffs underneath it, and there's no glitching. And then the ones that I'm super sad that they don't work, it's these ones, and they have a 2x2 because I center them to be symmetrical, aligned, to be aligned. Aligned is a good word. To be aligned with the in-game path. So this one is off-centered. That's why you can do a 1x1, because the square that represents the bridge would be all 4 squares would be touching this single square in the middle, so it would be held in place. Then if we move to the super long horizontal craziness of bridges, the first one is a 5 wide iron bridge, the one that Iggy showed on his video. And as you can see, because I wanted it to be aligned with the in-game paths, it's a 2x1. If you go up, I only wanted one single square, so it's not aligned, and it works. It's the same principle that we used in the vertical ones. Over here, if we go up a little, we have our wonderful 4 wide. These ones are the trickiest. So this bridge, the square that represents it, it's on top of a 4x4, so the entire square, the entire bridge is on top of this cliff, and it's very noticeable. So of course it looks nice because you have the water under it anyway, but it's very noticeable. Here, if we go a little bit on top, you have the one that I spoke about, the diagonals. So what happens is you can see one that's closer to you and one that's further away. I tried it if I could only place them the ones behind, so instead of doing a 2x2 cliff, it would be only a 2x1, but I would place the block aligned with them, and it doesn't work. The bridge falls. So you really need to be careful, about the 2x2. Hello, hola, my to Remen? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. And then if you, the one that's less noticeable of all, for the 4 wide bridges, it's the misaligned one, where I simply placed my wonderful bridge unaligned, misaligned. Very nice, very pretty. You can pass through all of them. And finally, we have the 3 wides. 3 wides, it's exactly the same technique as you use in your 5 wides. I think 2 blocks. This is a wooden bridge. Works fine. Or if you want to misalign them, this is a brick bridge. I have a love-hate relationship with the brick bridges, because they were the last bridges that I found the codes for, because Nintendo decided that they shouldn't be like sequential. So if you notice the sequence, it starts on 0, and everything goes goes well. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on and on. But when you get to 49, that's the first bridge, the first brick bridge, it's a 3 wide. They decided, nope, we don't want 50, we don't want 51, we just want 52, 53, 54, and 55. So I had to manually create every single individual brick bridge. It wasn't fun, especially because all of them were diagonals, and diagonals are very hard to do. So yeah. Oh, it's glitching a little. Come on, you can do it, internet. And as you can see, if we go into the diagonals, you just do a normal one. So, yeah. Oh god, stop glitching, please. Oh god. I'm sorry everyone for the poor connection. And yeah, I think I covered everything. Let's play a little with our wonderful bridge. So, now that you guys saw what you can do, just make it bigger again. You can take pretty pictures, like they work very nice. Of course, if you lower the angle of the camera, you can see the cliffs underneath. Very noticeable. Sorry about that, but there's nothing I can do about it. And you can play with it and say hi. So, and sit on them. 100% works. So, any questions? I really don't know. Does anyone have any questions? Just me chilling. It does look very nice. Oh yeah, the flowers. So to make the flowers, there's 2 ways you can do it. I'm going to use Poker, because Poker is the one that you can actually see what I'm doing. But normally I use Betty Chan's mobile app, the mobile spawner. But you can use basically any app that allows you to spawn. Even NHCE does it, but I prefer to use Berry Chance or Poker because I get real-time feedback. You can with me. You can place actual plants, and we are going to do it. So let me open Poker so you guys can see it. A second. So Poker, Poker, Poker. Let's make it small. And let me connect. So this is Poker. Wait. This is very hard. I think this is the best way. The other way around. Yeah. Come here, please. So, Poker. So, things you need to know. Yes, Mark Lember, welcome. All the bridges are placed with NHCE. The only way you can place the bridges without using NHCE is then that you later need to terraform in NHCE. So, and terraforming in NHCE is a headache. I only recommend it for diagonal bridges and only easy ones, because every single tile that you see has a different code and a different direction. So let's place stuff. So what you can do is go into Map Dropper, and obviously it's open in the wrong place, but okay. And you fetch your map. A problem that I have with Poker, and that's why I don't really like it compared with Berry Chan's mobile spawner, is that Berry Chan's doesn't show you water or buildings. So you're like in the dark. You cannot see anything. As you see in the screen, it's just green. And if you're colorblind, it's not even that, it's something. So it gets harder for you to place stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place something in game. So let me leave. So I know where my river is, or at least have a kind of an idea. So I'm going to drop my fossil. So I know my fossil is there. So what I can do is let me refresh. So let me get my, since I placed something. So theoretically I should have a fossil, whatever, something that's blue and has a little spiral in it. And now I have an idea of where my river is. So what you can do to place fish and flowers is go into poker and go into the field tab. It's, wait, you cannot really see it. Let me move it a little bit. So field is on the top right, and you can select what you want to place. So let's say I want to place flowers. Which ones? I do not know. Let's place mums, and let's, I don't know how to write mums, it seems. Mum. And I want pink mums, and I want the flower version. So let's move a little, so I have an idea of where I'm placing stuff, and then you just place it. So now I'm placing stuff, some over there, some over there. I don't know where the bridge is, so I'm just going to place stuff and hope for the best. So this is how you actually... Oh, green mums, also a good idea. Let's place some green ones. Some here, here. Let's not overwhelm our wonderful river. I think that's enough. Yeah. So this is how you place the green mums. You can also place fish. So you need to go into items and... Oh wait, is it items? Yes, it is, I think. Oh yeah. How do I turn... Oh wait, give me a second. I don't know how to turn off. Oh god. How do I turn off poker sounds? Help! Help! Sorry, I'm very bad at this. Technology. I can just turn off my sound. Maybe it's better. I'm going to turn off the sound. No more music. You guys can still hear me, right? You should be able to... You have DC poker. Go to settings. Oh! Settings. Where? Poker. I have no idea. We're just going to be kept in silence. I'll then close poker. No one needs to hear the Animal Crossing music. It's okay. So you just place, let's say I want to place a koi fish. So I would choose the koi. Now, there's a thing that you need to know. The way that you can see the tankless, no tank fish, that's a mod that was created by someone that, let me find the name, because credit is important. So give me 1 second, because I don't want to say the name wrong. And I want, because I messaged the creator of the mod, he was super kind, he answered me super fast. And they gave me the Google file, a Google link, where I used... I cannot find it. Where did I place it? I'm very sorry. So it's a mod that was created by someone that's amazing, and they are on Tumblr. I messaged them on Tumblr, and I promise that I will find it and I will post it somewhere, because credit is important. I don't know where I found it. I'm very sorry to the creator. So yeah, what he did was he created individual files where he manually deleted the tanks, so he changed the texture. And what happens is when you place that mod in your Switch, it helps you, it lets you, when you load the game, so it only works if you have the mod. So you need to have the files, the correct files, so you can see the fish without the tanks. That's that's a problem with these kinds of mods. So even if I have a modded switch and he has a modded switch, even if I have the files, if Iggy doesn't have them, when Iggy flies over to my island, the only thing he will see is fish in tanks in the middle of the river. So right now I don't have that mod in my switch because I deleted it. But so when I place the fish, it's going to show up with tanks around them. But I'll show you anyway how I place them. So I just go into poker item, I select the fish, and then you need to be careful because you want to place them, not drop them. So the flag is 0, 0. And then if you want to change the direction, so this is down, right, left, up. So the first one I'm going to place them down, so I'm going to place it here. And then I will change the direction to 2, so 0, 2, and I'll place it here. And it's done. So now I have it. Okay. Oh yeah. Another way you can do it is just place the coin model, as Iggy said, but it doesn't move because it's not a live fish. So now that everything is placed, you need to where do I? And now I have a blank. Where do I click? I think it's done. Okay, everything is placed. So now what happens is, because I placed so many items, I need to enter a building. That also happens with berry chunks. So when you do map editing inside the game, you need to actually enter a building and leaving it so that the game can update and you can see it. I'm sorry, Whitney. It was not your computer, it was poker. So theoretically, everything should be placed. So if I go on top, passing my wonderful very long bridge, done. As you can see, I did my math wrong. But yes, Whitney, to answer you, you can place flowers on top of bridges. And it looks very nice, actually. So yeah, do it. Go crazy. And that's how you place flowers in water. And you can move... cannot do anything because we are on top of a bridge. But you can pick up stuff. So, as you can see, I placed it wrong. I'm just going to pick it up. And it's done. You cannot take out flowers. If I try to do anything, it doesn't allow me. So that's very sad. But yeah, you can place flowers on bridges. And it looks very nice, if I say so myself. And that's basically it. Any more questions? Yes, I completely agree with me. Because I personally sometimes don't like the look of the... like, I love the bridges, but at the same time, I wanted them to be more overrun, especially if you're doing like a abandoned island. And weeds and flowers help a lot, because it looks like it's actually growing in the middle of the bridge. Ooh, do it, Fleck. Go crazy. You can place anything. Oh, another cool thing about NHC that I really love is that NHC allows you to place stuff and it doesn't need to be centered. So, as you saw when I was editing my bridges, you could move stuff half a square. But in normal spawning software like poker and mobile spawner, they don't let you. You can only place stuff on the squares. So if I went into poker, into NHCE, I mean, sorry, and I placed stuff, so let me open NHCE again. This is a open, close, open, close. That's how. So I'm just going to open something so you guys can see. Map, edit map. Yes, if anyone uses this tutorial, please tag us. We want to see your creations. So as you can see, what I was saying, let me open NHC. It's open, very nice, very pretty. You can see half squares. So technically, I could come here and I would write width, not, I don't know how to write it seems. The sadness. Oh wait. Would it be a width? Oh wait. Do the weeds and flowers still grow? They do grow, yeah. I mean, I do wonder, how do they get water? If they are on top of the bridge? They don't have soil? But oh yeah. So this is a PLT weed something. Technically, I should be able to place it in half a square. So but it doesn't allow me. Just technically, it seems. Well, I take it back. You cannot place flowers in wrong places. That's kind of sad. I think you can place fences, but I don't have any fence still. But this is not the one that I want. I wanted a placed one. There's a way for weeds not to grow anymore, Flag, because there's a cap. So when you reach the cap, all the weeds that you place will not grow anymore. I think the cap is like 180 weeds. I'm not really sure, but I think it's around that number. So if you meticulously count all the weeds that you have, you can place them all and make sure that they do not grow anymore, because everything that's placed after that cap, it's not growing. It can help. Yeah, I take it back. It seems that I think before you could. No, I'm not really sure. I don't want to say. So yeah. Any more questions? So since we're here, let me delete this one, because I think there's too many flowers close to each other. Delete. And let's place some other types of flowers. Pink mums look nice. Let's place some white ones. And let's try to place some weeds. So one here, one here, one here. I personally like to separate them a little bit so they look more natural. But that's completely in your personal opinion. No, if you have them, so if you have the max amount, when you place weeds, you always place them in the beginning stage. Oh, that's when you plant them in game. But if you're modding, possibly if you know what type of weed you need to use, technically you should be able to do that. See, winter weed, autumn weed. You can. Oh wait, so let's try summer weeds. So, weed 3. Let's place some. Here, here. And some autumn ones, because I like the autumn ones. Here, here, here. I think that's enough. And then, what you can do, I think that's it. Okay, so once again, we run. Can you place a camellia bush in the buffer area at the end of the bridge? What do you mean buffer area? Sorry, buffer, camellia. But wait, are the camellias still in bloom? I mean, let's do it. I just need to know where the end of the bridge is. So technically, it should be this. I had placed one here, so here, here, here. So technically it should be right around here and here. I will deduct. That's the one. Deduct. I have no idea. English people, English. And then I'll just place some here. I think it's aligned. Oh yeah, another good thing about Betty-chan's, she lets you see the entire thing. So, oh, it moves. Doesn't work. So let's do it this way. One down, 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 one down. Yeah, it should be correct. Yeah, okay, place stuff. Sup, cherry tree? Oh, hi cherry tree. What up? I'm Mary. I'm one of Iggy's mods, and I'm doing a live stream where people can ask me anything about bridges. Now, right now we're talking about placing stuff, but you can also ask me about placing bridges. Let's see. Okay, so it seems I messed up the placement. It's kind of off-centered. Sorry. And we have a floating camellia. I mean, it looks kind of nice. It looks like it's actually on top of the bridge. But yeah, I messed up big time. Oh, I closed it. Sorry. Open again. Didn't I place more flowers? Where are they? Does it only show the ones that I... Because I also placed weeds. And the weeds are not showing. Like a stand. Oh, I like that one on the bridge. Yes, I also like it. But since I'm here, let's fix it. So this one is nice. And we know, let's see, that this is too far away. So if I move it one here, so instead of here, I'm placing it here, because diagonals, I delete this one. And then I know that this is not correct, so up. Obviously it's not going to be correct, because I messed up. Something very common, but okay. So if I place it here, wrong one, let me place the one that I want. Hi Elle. And I also... Why? Oh, it's placing the wrong one, obviously, because this is not NHC. So I want to place it here, and I want to place it here, and delete these two. So theoretically, let me grab some weeds. And I want some autumn ones. Maybe I'm placing the wrong type of weeds. So let's just place a many. Like this, like this. And now that I've placed them all, let's move. Yes, everything is in a everything I'm doing, I'm able to do because this is a modded switch. Modding has its risks, obviously. You can be banned. He was banned once. I think he learned with his mistakes. Things that you can do to keep yourself safe is when you're modding, you're offline or disconnected from Nintendo servers. And be sure to do that. It's very important. So let's see if it worked. I mean, it kind of worked, but not really. And weeds continue not to appear. I don't know why. I mean, it looks so nice. such a shame that it's like on top of each other. Wait, what's your message? Mary, go back on the main poker page. Press disconnect. Click here on top left. Wait, but can you still hear it? But I took the sound off. Okay, disconnecting. Disconnecting everything. So, main poker page. Oh, there is. You're right. Disable sound. Save. Why is it saving? Okay. So, okay, some sound. This is my computer. We are going to try to... oh god, English. We're going to try. I think now you won't have any problems. Not really sure. But I'm sorry. This is my first time streaming, and I thought that if I took the sound off, it would just go bye-bye, but it seems not. So, once again, map dropper. Let's open it. Fetch my map. Can you guys still hear anything? Yes. Ezref. I think that's it. Just ask me stuff. I'm all ears. I'm just going to steal... what type of weed are you? Weed 12A. Weed 12A. So we're going to use you. Field. Weed 12A. We're going to use you. So every single one yes, sorry. Okay, I mean it's a placed one. I don't get it. Oh yeah. So the easiest way to make a treasure island. I mean, easiest is get a mod your switch. I can see where I'm going, sorry. Mod your switch, go online, find a treasure island that already exists and use it. Always give credit, obviously. Because credit is important. Like, people lose a lot of hours doing that kind of stuff. If you want to actually do one yourself, you can create an island normally. What's the word? Oh, you do all the tutorial stuff, finish it, unlock terraforming, and then you can go into NHCE, so you need to have software that allows you to pass your save file into your computer. Oh god, why don't the weeds appear? I really don't get it. So, you need to have oh. I'm sorry. Are those my flowers? They are. So, I was talking about, sorry, I lost myself there. So what you need to do is, you do the tutorial normally. If you're modding, you can just spawn everything you need, so it's super, like, 1 hour and you're done. And then you can transfer your file into your computer and flatten it in NHCE. Klutz Gaming has an awesome tutorial teaching you how to do that. It's super easy, it's like 4 or 5 clicks. And then NHCE allows you to do bulk spawner, but I personally use the Berry-chan's mobile spawner because she has preset groups, like all the DIYs, all the music, all the materials, normal materials, seasonal materials. stuff like that, that helps you a lot into automatically spawning stuff. So I found out what I did wrong with my wonderful flowers, so I'm going to place them again. Oh, you can place fences. Didn't know that. So we want mums and we want white ones. Thank you. We still don't know why the bridges, why the weeds are not working, but could be worse. So that's a winter 12. Maybe it's because we are not in autumn. So let's replace all of these weeds. Okay, I think it's enough. Running again. Don't forget, every time you spawn stuff, you need to go in, like major spawning, obviously. Like this, where you move in, place your map. Place stuff directly in your map. No problem, as reef, because it's 2 E's. As reef. No idea. Up we go. Always nice. Like, it looks amazing. These super long diagonal bridges, amazing. And we have weeds, so okay, we found out the problem. You can only place weeds, like winter weeds, if it's winter time. And it does look super nice. Oh, and the weeds look amazing underneath the water. Look how nice it looks. I need to fix that though, because it doesn't look nice. It's fallen. It's like that meme where I've fallen and I cannot get up. It's the same thing with these camellias. Camellia. Let's just use red ones. I like the red ones more than I like the pink ones. But I'm not really a big fan of pink, so that's understandable. And that weed looks like it's going to fall off any second, so let me delete it. Delete. Yes, I got it. Proud of myself. Thank you, Ezref. Ezref. And finally, moving up. Running. Any more questions? It can be normal questions about what type of software I use. I said it, but normal questions, it's okay. 100% okay. I'm just around here. While we're here, to those that just got here a while ago, my name's Mary. I'm one of these Discord mods. And I have a fascination with losing a lot of time to find out information. I mean, it kind of works, but not really. So, and I'm just helping out and doing this stream. I must say, the weeds look amazing. But the camellia? Camellia. Because the bridges are not actually 100% diagonal, you cannot really do anything with that. Because if you place it here, it doesn't work. Here is too close, and here is too far away. So delete. Oh yes, I need to join you. If I had more time, I would have already joined you, but I need to finish my thesis. Tese. Really, from time to time I'm just going to say words in Portuguese because English is very hard, people. So I need to finish my tese. you can completely, and you can move where you place your airport. You can go crazy with file editors. Like, I don't really do it because I'm a little bit scared. I mean, what we found out is that normally the switches that are banned, it's because they either like went completely crazy with modding stuff, or because they like modded competitive games, like online competitive games like Smash Bros, Pokemon. I don't know any more games. Sorry about the Splashtoon, because those games are online and people actually compete in them. Nintendo is really on top of them, and if you mod, there's a very high possibility that you will be banned. But since Animal Crossing it's not a competitive game, unless you go completely crazy and decide to play with coding, like deep coding, etc., the probability of you being banned is very low. So what some people do is, because if you see the map, let me open the very big map. So if you see the map, you have a lot of acres. These are represented by acres. And what happens is that you basically are losing area, because every single beach acre is lost space because it's water. Oh, I forgot about this. So what you can do is make every single acre, like those squares, flat. So you have no bridges, no beaches, no water, just flat. Oh, it looks nice. The problem is that it's glitching, so you cannot, after this you cannot go into the water, like you cannot go swimming in the ocean. Because there's no place where the game can see, oh, you can place stuff here. And also, oh no, the airport works, yeah. So yeah, you just need to be careful about that. Oh, bye Kotona, I hope you, thank you for coming. I hope this made you want to mod your Switch. But yes, you can completely flat out your island, and I can show you like in 5 seconds. Let me open NHC. So, let me open it. So, opening NHC. So this is the island, an older version. And as you can see, you have on top, like wait a second because lag. So on top of this very small map, you have a snap to nearest acre. And what you can do is change these acres. So for example, the first one is A0. So if you want a flat, you just go here and you do flat. And you repeat that in every single one of your acres. It's going to be glitchy, yes. But basically, you doubled the area you have on your island. You can also change the type of acres that you place in your beaches. I did that, personally, because I wanted to place all my houses and all my buildings in my beaches. So I changed them a little. So I still used normal bridges, like beaches, I mean, sorry. But I was careful to choose the ones that were wider, so I didn't have this problem. Yeah, but you can completely do this. Like, and it's going to be completely flat. Yes, I once tried to place ocean because there are over in, I think it's here, snap to nearest acre, like here, it's okay. You can place like ocean, like actual ocean, filled out sea, for example, and it's ocean, pure ocean. It's not even a beach, it's an ocean. Yes, a Portuguese person! Hi! Hello! Olá! Como estás, pá? Yes, I say camellia in a very Portuguese way, camellia. So yeah, any more questions? You can flat out your island. really don't know what to do anymore, people. I'm going to just like from the top. When you terraform, first terraform in NHC. Do it. Oh no, sorry, confusing stuff. Terraforming game, be careful on how you are going to place your bridges, so you know where you need to place your cliffs. After that, you transfer your file into your computer, you use NHCE, and NHCE allows you to place the bridges. You don't need to pay for them, you can just place them. You just need to be careful, and you need to be sure on what type of bridge you want to place. Obviously, flat bridges are going to hide the cliffs more, so the iron bridge, the wooden bridge, and the log bridges, I think those three are the best bets if you want to hide the cliffs underneath, because as you can see, especially on diagonals and horizontal bridges, it doesn't look like that doesn't look that nice, because it doesn't look like the bridge is actually on top of the cliff and the cliff is doing anything. It just looks like, oh, they built a bridge and forgot to destroy a cliff. And don't forget, suspension bridges don't really work unless you do a glitching square there. It looks very nice, but it's a little noticeable. Things you need to know. Diagonal bridges are a headache, but doable. Maybe I can take pictures, so it's easier for you guys, so you just need to copy what I did. I'm going to share them. I think that's a good idea. And the best bridges, in my opinion, are the vertical ones. Don't forget to change the angle in NHC for the vertical bridges. So instead of being angle 0, that's the default, you need to use angle 1. Because the bridges work like that. You're turning them 90 degrees, basically. I will be sharing my file. So it's on Google Docs. So I'm going to share it on you guys, for you guys can see. I made a little diagram where you guys can see what I mean about the angles. So if you want, and you can also use it to build inclines. So you don't no longer have the cap for 8 inclines. You can go crazy and build as many as you want. You just need to be careful because of the cap of the number of buildings that your island can have. I think it's like 50. So you can go wild. And that's it. So diagonals, you need to be careful about diagonals. So 0 is from southwest to northeast. No, wait. Yes, yeah, exactly. 2 is from northeast to southwest, and 1 and 3 it's the other way around. So 1 is from northwest from southeast, and 3 is from southeast to northwest. 1 and in the vertical and horizontal bridges a lot easier. So 0 is from west to east, 2 is from east to west, 1 is from north to south, and no, it's from south to north, sorry, and 3 is from north to south. Yeah, and that's it. So you need to be more careful with the 0s and the 1s on inclines, because they actually have 4 directions that you can go in. Then you need to in bridges, because even if you choose a 0 or a 2 or a 1 or a 3, it's going to show the same way. Now, what I can show you, since we don't have anything really to show, and while people don't have any questions, I can show you some actual building that I did. Not really building, because I'm not the best at that. Let me close the game and open it again, but let me change my island. I can show you guys a building, like my file that I used to find out where all the bridges were. So I can show you to guys. The second one. We want to restore. Wait, just a second, because I need to change the file. Oh, while we're here, sorry, Ana. Olá, comigo está tudo bem? Como é que estás? O que é que tens feito da vida, visto que Portugal está completamente tudo fechado, porque as pessoas não sabem ficar no Natal em casa nem no Ano Novo, mas quem sou eu para discutir, não é? Bye, Gigi. I hope you have a good lunch. And yeah, that's it. So let's open the game again. I don't know if I'll still be around, especially because it's almost dinner time. But I'll do my best. So it's opening again, the game. Oh, wait, need to close it. Open again. Computer. O computador. The good thing about having a device that actually lets me use like completely, like I can actually share my switch screen is this. I don't have to close it every time I close the game. Done. And now we need to speak to Isabel again. I don't know, like I can keep talking completely. But I would really like if you guys had any questions. I want to answer them. I'll do my best. Hi, Steph. Hi, Steph. What you doing? Shouldn't you be eating lunch? I mean. So this is my... Oh, a good funny thing about having more than 8 inclines or 8 bridges, they don't show up. Your map is only capable of showing 8 bridges and 8 inclines. So even if you have 100 of them, you're not going to be able to see them. So this is what I was talking about. If you place in NHCE wrong, like the wrong type of cliffs, the wrong type of water, whatever, it's going to be super glitchy. You can play around, but it's going to be super glitchy. Diagonal bridges are a headache as always, but fun to play with. And as you can see, a very fun fact. The under construction bridges are also considered a type of bridge. So if you want to create a under construction island, you can, because both inclines and bridges have an under construction version. I do not know the ID for the under construction inclines, because I don't think most people would want to know or use them. But it's super easy for you to find out, and you can actually use it. Oh, thank you, Song. I'm very terrible at this. Yes, join us. Junta-te a nós no Discord. Yes, Ezrev. Like literally, I'm not using another switch. This is the same switch, and I'm showing you guys a different island. So you can, because you can save and reload different files, you can actually have different islands. This is not my main island. This is my testing island, and all the islands that I'm showing are all like testing worlds that I use to be able to find out every single type of bridge and every single type of incline. But you can actually create more than one. You can just go wild with them. But like Seo? But is it like a Korean name? Is it like, oh, because Song? I would really like to understand how to say your name. CEO or SEO? CEO, okay. Oh, like CEO, the CEO from a company? I'll do that. Oh, it's like CEO, and then I combine it with, oh my god, so CEO, oh my god, okay. Oh, we have a visitor. Very nice. I'm not going to talk with him because he always gets scared. And the thought of running around with all of these glitching bridges is too much for me. Not going to do it. CEO, oh my god, oh my god. For example, this is actually the same island that I use. Like the same island that I just showed you guys, the one where we were doing bridges, is the same one. It has the same name, the same placement of stuff, because I used exactly the same one, just different files, different saves. How many islands can you have on a modded Switch? As many as the space on your SD card. While you still have space, you can have more. And when you're changing between islands, the program that we use actually does an autosave. So, for example, sometimes you're changing and you click the wrong button, and instead of saving the island, you override it. What you can do is go into an autosave and change it and use that. So you use the autosave to restore the island and do a save correctly, and you will not lose your stuff. Currently, I think I have like 10 different islands. My main one, and then some different, like I tried to create a treasure island, never got around to it. These islands, theoretically, I was going to do like a cat paradise or a frog paradise. Still haven't decided. Haven't done anything. Because why would I lose time and place, money, I don't know, and do this? Any more questions? Really, anything. It doesn't need to be about bridges specifically. It can be about modding. I will do my best to help you guys, obviously. I hope you have a good day at work tomorrow, Stephanie. I really do, because I also have classes. My life, so many. I need to read a lot of stuff as well. Theses are... I don't know the word in English. It's Portuguese, it's tiro no pé. É o que eu tenho a dizer. Oh, you just modded a Switch? Yes, please try to do some of this stuff. Please do it. Send pictures at me. You can do it on Instagram, or if you're part of our Discord server, you can add me there, at Iggy. And if you're doing it on Instagram, use hashtag ACNH mods, and we will see it. Because we want to see your creations. Don't be like me that just plays stuff and doesn't make it pretty. Yes, I think Iggy placed the link for his Discord on the description. If not, I will do it. Don't worry. You will also have my Instagram link where I place some photos of when I go crazy and try to do anything. So you can join it. You can join it, follow me, and I will help if you guys have any questions. Just PM me. Oh wait, today is a public holiday where you at? That's super nice. But I mean, it's Sunday, so it's not really worth it. Yes, and CEO, if you join our server, our Discord, you're more than welcome to ask us questions, because we have a modding specific channel where everyone is more than welcome to ask questions. If they're like, what's the risk of modding? Of course there's risks, etc. Like, what's the risks? Can you help me? What type of program are you using to do this? What type of program are you doing to do that? You're more than welcome, and we will help you. Oh yes, you can change villagers and you can move them out. And you can use them in all programs can do that. For example, we can do it in poker right now. So I just need to go into villager. It needs a little bit of time, so let's wait. So, this is my villagers currently, all cats, because theoretically, this was going to be a cat island. It's not. It's a test island, but who cares? And then I can just select one of them. For example, I want to select Lolly. And then I want to replace it with, I don't know, another cat. Which one? Who knows? It can be... Any questions? And no, like any I hate the words. Suggestion. Yeah. I don't have any more cats. I don't care. It's going to be Gladys. And I select replace. So now I replaced Lolly with Gladys. Oh, Blue Bear would be a good one. Let's use that one. So blue. Blue, I'm blue. If I were green, I would die and die by thee. So now I replaced wonderful Gladys once again with. So I placed Lolly with Gladys and then with Blue Bear. So I just need to enter a building and move out again. And if I go into my map, takes a little while. Needs to think. I can go into the map and there's Blue Bear and I can go visit her because she's a girl. Just run. Many cats. The problem with having a glitching island is this. I cannot pass through stuff. I need to find places where I'm able to do that. See? There's Blue Bear and this is her house. Super easy and you can play around. So for example, all of my villagers have max friendship with me. So it's 255, so I can just go here and place 255. Oh, wait. Save. And now, Blue Bear is going to be my best friend. See, it's pink. Oh, I can go on top of there. Does it change to the correct house too? Yes, it does. Oh, not here. Oh yeah, you crashed your game. I mean, when I was finding out, the game didn't crash. The game closed down and gave me an error because of the brick bridges. Because as I showed you earlier, the number 50 and 51 of the bridges, the coding bridges, doesn't exist. So I was basically telling the game, create something that doesn't exist. So the game was like, error, I cannot open this because this doesn't exist. And I was like panicking because I thought that Nintendo would find out and I would be banned. I wasn't banned. I have been playing online for like a month since I found out everything and started actually modding this kind of stuff. Never got banned. I was just careful and I was disconnected from Nintendo servers, so it was a little bit safer. But yeah, you can do it any type of bridges. Villagers, sorry. A funny thing that I found out the other day, Poker already has space for the future villagers, the Sanrio villagers. So here's Chai and Chelsea. But when you replace any of your villagers with one of these, what happens is you get their house, and if you go to the little plaque in front of it, it says their name. But when you go inside, it's like a starter home. Like when you start, the wood floorings with white paper walls, just that. Yes, I'll be very careful. I was panicking when that happened. I was like, I'm going to be banned. What did I do? Why was I so crazy? But yeah. Oh yeah, and there's a difference. Yeah, I didn't finish answering your question. There's a difference. So in Poker, I'm not really sure, but what you can do in, for example, the spawner, like that's the definition. I'm going to leave it there so you guys can read it if you want. What you can do in the spawner, mobile spawner, is there's the move out option where the villager gets the bubble, and there's the forced move out where the villager independently, it doesn't matter what they were doing, they will automatically go into boxes. Yeah. So I will read it. So the forced move out is a cleaner method. So you save and reload if the villagers are not passing boxes and sweeping floor. So basically they will go into moving out mode. So boxes and cleaning. Irregular one is a dirtier one. So the villager will be stuck in the moving out state. So basically you will forever have a move out villager without actually moving out. Oh, how I feel you, Stephanie. I like frogs a lot. And I was like, give me an actual frog. My actual favorite villager is Sunny. She was only in Animal Crossing E+, but she's my favorite villager. See, she is super cute. Oh yeah, I can completely show you, don't worry. So I think the first one is Chai. Let me find it. So here's Chai, a theoretical new villager, and I just replace villager. It's done. Let me go inside a building. No, she is not. There are a lot of villagers that are not in this game. I really wish, like, Nintendo, because the Switch has a lot of more capacity, is a lot more powerful than like Nintendo DS, GameCube, etc. So I really wish they would give us all the possible villagers. It would be super nice, like all the old ones, because I think there are so many simpler villagers that they didn't give us, because most of the villagers you have right now, they are like, see? So this is, sorry, just breaking my thought. This is Chai house, but if you can go in, you cannot, theoretically she's out playing, but you won't be able to find her. I was saying, because a thing that I noticed in Animal Crossing is a lot of the villagers have a lot of stuff in them. They're not a simple green, a simple pink, like simple stuff. Give me simple stuff. They don't give us that, and I want that because they're actually my kind of favorite types of villagers. But yeah, you won't be able to find Chai. So if it was like hours where she would normally be inside, you would go inside and it would be a empty house. But because it will be considered outside time, she's not. Oh. Can you show us what it looks like? Oh, that's the question. Okay. Now, can you combine forced move out and auto refresh? I mean, if you do the irregular move out, I don't know what would happen. Like the other day, I was using the mobile app and I forced Rosie to move out, and Flag was there and he picked her up. And when the game refreshed, she disappeared, but when I went, like when I closed the game and went again, like opened it again, she was there again. So I don't know what I did, but theoretically I have infinite roses. Rosies. Don't know why. Yeah, when I go into the map option, I do not know why, but it gets super buggy. I really would like if that didn't happen. So, I don't think we have any questions. It's like, go for it. I'll do my best to answer them. And if I don't know something, I promise that I will try to find out. I can show you guys my actual island. Why not? We're here. Can you reverse the process of a being? Yes. Oh, wait. Yes, as you can see, cancel move out. cancels the move out operation. Note that if the villager asked to move out normally using this bubble, this may not be able to cancel that. Oh, that's because you have flags in game. So flags are like little values, and let's consider that you have the move out flag. When you normally ask your villager to move out, that flag that's false because the villager is not moving out becomes true. So that's why they telling us that possibly may not work, because if the flag wasn't forced by you, the game may not be able to move back. Mary, can you have 8 of the 8? I don't know. Let's try. Let's have many Raymonds. Give me Raymond. It cannot. I cannot. Raymond is currently living on your island. Are you sure you want to continue to replace? Note that the game will attempt to remove any duplicate villagers. So you cannot have many of the same villagers. Very sad. What was the villager that I had? I don't remember the name. I'm terrible with this. I'm just going to play Stomp. I would like 8 camel frogs. Oh, I would like 8 sunnies. 10 sunnies. I would be so happy. Just sunny paradise. Sunny. Oh no, your internet. I hope it's now okay. As ref. We can just change the texture file. Oh yes, that's something you can do. So basically when you change the texture file for a villager, you're basically doing the same thing that the mod for the tankless features uses. So you're like copy and paste the texture of the villager, so they will look the same, but they will not be the same villager. So you could have 10 Raymonds, but that's a problem, because if those villagers go into the void, someone else can get them, and then they will have a bugged villager for life. And if you don't have a modded switch like I do and other people do, you cannot do that. So everyone that mods needs to be careful and be what's the word? I don't know the word, sorry. So needs to be like mindful of people that don't actually have those kinds of modded switches, because their playing time can actually ruin the game for someone else. It's like those, there was some time ago where people wouldn't allow you to, because of the gifts, that you got a gift that when you opened it, it would bug one item placement in your inventory, and unless you had a modded switch you couldn't fix it. So you need to be careful about that. I don't think it's going to happen anything, Alfie, because the villager doesn't actually exist, so you won't be able to actually see them. I can try, because it's going to be fun to try, but I don't think it's going to happen anything. Oh, let's use Marty. Why not? And then let me do forced move out to see what happens. And let's go to Marty's place. Theoretically. Let me open it better. Can I? Yes, you can make yourself look like Camel Frog. There was a... So this is Marty's house. He's not in. He's out on a run. Let's see. Irregular move out. Oh yeah. Ooh, wait, sorry. I forgot to enter and leave a building. That's very important. Ooh. Away. Oh wait. So what? So theoretically this is Marty, because he replaced this villager. As you can see, it doesn't work. But now I want to know, will it actually be the same villager? What do you guys think about the next update? The Sanrio one. Do you like all the villagers? I mean, I have a thing about gorillas. I don't really like them. But I won't shame cosplaying villagers. I just don't really like gorillas. I think all the other ones are kind of cute, but I'm super sad about the Carapi one because I love frogs and I wanted to actually have a pretty frog. It's not going to happen, as we know, but it's okay. Very sad. So let's see if the villager decided to move out. Not yet. Yes, Marty. Let's do a first one. Rocket needs love too. Yes, Rocket was actually one of my starters on this island, but the moment that I finished the tutorial, I said bye-bye! And no Rocket anymore. No more Rocket. She went bye-bye? Oh wait, you had another question. What will happen? Can you reverse the process of yes, you can. It's in the cancel move out. I don't think you did you ask any other questions? Sorry, Alfie, if I didn't see it. Oh, I didn't order them because I have a modded Switch and I don't need to, but I actually have the amiibos, the old ones, because I bought NFC cards, like blank ones, and my phone has NFC technology, so I created Sanrio NFC cards, and I don't know why, it's not working. But this villager is completely buggy, so I'm not going to try anymore. So I actually have them all. So that's why I also have the posters. Oh, here it is, Lolly. But did anyone else like think about? Oh God, the she just came out of the house. But yeah, did anyone else like think about ordering them? Can you add more villagers than 10? I don't think so. You can add more than 10 villager houses, but I don't know what happens. I never tried it personally. I mean, you can add more villager houses because, as I said, every single type of Animal Crossing building has an ID code. So bridges was 20 weight, inclines was 29, 27 I mean, and the villager houses, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until 10 also have different IDs. So technically, you can make it. I never tried it. That sounds like fun. Let's do. Oh, but what? But like, what will happen? Because even if you go like here, as you can see, you only have 10 spaces. So I don't know. What? Yes, what would villager 11 be like, though? I have no idea. So I think you guys don't need to see my my crazy stuff anymore. Let's show you a normal island. So you're not that scared. Let's just show you a normal one. I think this is my last save. Why do I have Christmas music in my head? I have no idea. So let me... Do you want to restore? I do. I mean, I would like to have more villagers, but at the same time, I would prefer, if they are going to give us more stuff, give us more buildings. Because I do not need... I have like a list of 50 villagers that I would like to have on my island, but let me change it. Let me open it again, sorry. But at the same time, I think, give me buildings that I actually want, like actually matter, because I don't want to share leaf I don't want Leaf to share a day with the other NPCs because I don't need him. He gave me the bushes and I no longer need them. I have them all. So let's just open a normal island that I haven't opened in like years. Years not. Months, like 1 or 2, because I have been modding. Oh yeah, I do 100% agree. Give us the possibility of having a second island. Even for normal people. Hi Alina, welcome to the stream. Because it's not fair for people that have to actually share the Switch. For example, in the beginning, I didn't have my own Switch. I had to save for it, so I was using it together with my brother. So it's not very nice. Like, I was lucky because my brother doesn't play Animal Crossing, but other games, like if he did, I wouldn't possibly be able to have my own island because it was his Switch, technically. So, yeah, a normal Switch, a normal island. What's up? Let's see my wonderful... Let me open everything. So this is my main island. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just waiting for people to give me questions. So, while we do that... No, I'm not playing on an emulator. I'm actually using a modded Switch. And there's a program online where you can stream using Wi-Fi your Switch. So yeah, it's my wonderful flower field. Can we have like 5 switches? Oh, you guys have like 5 switches? Crazy stuff. But yeah, I think it would be super nice if you could actually... But I mean, how would you play it? Like, if you have more than one island, how would it work? Because the process that they currently have to open your island is... if you're opening, you cannot go anywhere. Oh, great question, Iggy. I think you can, because you can also place stuff on the beaches. Oh god, so many flowers, it's glitching. Let's move to another place. But I don't know how it would look. I haven't tried it, obviously. I think it would glitch a little. Yay. Oh god, so many brothers and sisters. We are 4 people and that's a lot already. But like, how would you go to the ocean, Iggy? How would you do it? I mean, you could go crazy. You could make like a small island in the middle of the map. So let me open the map. And like, do this small area a small island? Or like this. And then everything around it would be sea. Oh, it glitches so much. So, like 9 central squares would be an island, and like it's not working. Sorry, guys. So let's use the small one, teeny tiny one. So you could like make a small island in this area and a small island in that area, and it should work. Is there... Ezrev? I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. Like, Oh, bye Alfie! Thank you for joining. I do wonder. Are you asking me if I have a catalog island file on it? I actually don't have a catalog island file because I don't really need it. Because when you have a modded Switch, you can use NHCE to give yourself all the catalog islands, the catalogable items. So you don't really need a catalog island. this island, the one that I'm showing you guys, it's 100% not modded because I didn't have a modded switch when I created it, and for many months I didn't have it. So every single thing, like my villagers, I cataloged everything, because if you join our server, or on our Discord server, and we hope you do, you guys can join us, and we have catalog islands both for clothing and for furniture, and you guys can do it. And if you get to level 5, so if you interact with us, interact with us, obviously, and we are more than welcome and more than, what's the word? Like, we want you to come, you get it. You will get to level 5 super fast, and you can join us, and you can go to these catalog islands, and there's giveaways where you can join us and go into Treasure Island as well. So join us. The link is in the description. Yes, we are more than happy to have you guys. So I'll just do, while I speak and do nothing, I'm just going to do a tour. So this is my island. It's called Paradise because I'm very creative. And I don't have anything on my beaches because it's too much work, and I still haven't caught every single fish. I caught everything else except the fish. I have like 10 fishes that I haven't caught. So when you fly over and you head to my island, you have this wonderful entrance. And as you can see, my island is very symmetrical because I have a difficulty in doing anything like that's not symmetrical, a more natural looking island. And when you go up, you have my wonderful orchard here. Very nice. Muito bonito, as I would say. I'm waiting for questions, guys. I'm just going to keep speaking. And if no one gives me any questions until like 18 minutes, I'm just going to finish the stream. I think no one has any more questions. And if they do, they can just send me a message or something like that. I will be sharing my file, so you guys can actually have access. When I finish the stream, I will change the description of the video, and you guys can access it there. So this is my villager area, like my neighborhood. It's actually super nice. I was inspired by a post I saw on Instagram where I saw that the villagers actually use the trees and the pond, and they do. I have pictures, and it's super cute. So I strongly recommend doing it because since it's so close to the villagers' houses, they super easily interact with it. So I have 10 villagers. I actually used Nook Mile tickets to find Raymond. So I hopped from island to island. It took me over 400 Nook Mile tickets. And the only reason I got so lucky was because I did 2 tries. On the first try, I did like 100 tickets. And I was super unlucky. But when I was like on my second to last ticket, I found Judy. And I was like, Judy is money. Judy is going to give me money. So I went on Nookazon. Now I'm against Nookazon because, and I always was, but it's super helpful. The prices are crazy, but I went there and I sold my Judy for like 200 Nook Mile tickets. I didn't want her. So I sold it to someone, they gave me the Nook Mile tickets, and then the next time that I had an empty spot, I just went hopping again. So I used another 300 Nook Mile tickets, and for like 3 days I was time traveling, so I wouldn't skip the day. And on my 450, I think, ticket, I found it, and I just remember I screamed like, yes! My brother was home and he was like, what's happening? And I'm like, I found him. And he's like, you crazy. Yes, I am. And I'm very determined. So, as I was saying, this is my wonderful island. I never got around to actually decorate anything. As you can see, I still have Christmas stuff, because starting Christmas I had my exams on January, so I couldn't really play anymore. But this was supposed to be like a hotel, a beachside hotel. This is my passage, and this is my museum. I'm very proud of my museum. I really like it. I found online these two paths, so the one on the left and the one on the right, and I wanted one that was like helped me connect them, so I made one so it would be centered. So this is my wonderful museum entrance. I'm very proud of it, and I have a Diplo behind my museum. But I have a Diplo, but I didn't want a Diplo. I wanted the other one that has a very, like, a head that's going up. But I didn't, I confused them, so I thought it was a Diplo. It wasn't, obviously. And even worse is that the Diplo is 6 parts, and the other one that I wanted was only 3 or 2 parts. So it was super sad. But I did it anyway. I just placed it there, and I think it looks kind of nice, so I'm not really sad. So this is my small path that goes up. I'm sorry for all the weeds, but I haven't played a lot. So this goes into my camping area. It's very small, and it's just here, and you can fish a little bit, and you can just sing Kumbaya, Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya, and go wild, obviously. And actually, this area was very different. I had more riverside, but I wanted to create snowboys in winter. So I remodeled this entire area to have a smaller river, so I could have more area to place to create snowboys, because my entire island was covered in flowers, so I couldn't really do that. What's my favorite area? My flower field. Because I didn't trade for that. So all of my flowers, I bred them myself, because when I got the game in March, April, I was in university, and I still am, so I was having classes, so I couldn't really play a lot, so the only thing I did was water plants. It got to a point where my entire island was covered in flowers. It was crazy, and then I had to like downscale it and actually do it, so I finished all my colors, all my flowers fields in like the end of July, and then I decided, oh, now I want all the DIYs. So I went around and obviously started trading like crazy to get all the DIYs, and I finished it like in the middle of August, and then I decided I want to create all the DIYs. So I constantly gave me something to do. So I spent like 2 months just helping organize the catalog islands for the Discord server and collecting all the materials. It was crazy. So moving on, on my tour, this is my rock circle. It's very nice. It's like a fairy themed. It's cute. I have flowers everywhere. This is my house. It's not decorated, so I'm not going inside because it's very sad. Because I never got around to decorate houses. And this is my small pumpkin patch. I never could get all my pumpkins with 3 pumpkins, because I always forget to water them. So I pick them up, I water them the first time, and then I don't play, so I don't water them the second time, so they don't grow. It's sad, I know. Oh god, it's glitching a little. So this is my secret speech. Doesn't have anything, because I'm not creative enough to play with bitches. Just flowers, flowers, flowers. And this is my giant flower field. It's super nice. It's 17 wide and 52 flower types. So I have 857. I think so. I think my math is correct. So 857 flowers on this flower field. And every single one of them was bred and cloned by me. It does for some amazing photos because it's the correct width to occupy all the screen. So, I sometimes, if you join our Discord, from time to time I have fun, and I organize a King Tut flower field destruction competition, where I gather around 4 people, random people, and I use a timer, and everyone has 5 minutes to destroy the maximum amount of flowers they can. And the winner, it depends. The last giveaway, the last competition, I gave the winner an entire set of DIY, so they wanted the Cherry Blossom DIY set, so I gave it to them. So this is my bitches. Nothing to see. I was going to do like a drinking coffee area on the bottom of my flower field. Didn't really happen. This is my river. This is my cafe. I don't have, like, people have those super nice islands where everything is an area. I just have a bunch of flowers. So this is my cafe slash library, where you can play piano and have fun. And this is my area. There normally I used to I decorate it according to the current season. So normally this would be like carnival decorations, but I took them out. I took them down, I mean. So now it's empty. And that's it. Oh wait, my second slash first favorite area is my world garden. So I collected all of Gulliver's items, the world items, and I created a garden with the help of Trash Panda. He's an amazing builder. So we created one. So we start in the sand, Egypt, and then we move on to Japan and the Easter Islands. Then you get your Greek area, where you can actually sit here and take some pretty awesome pictures. Oh, you would scream? Oh, I wouldn't, because I really don't care. Normally when people finish the crazy destroying competition flower, I just tell them, pick the flowers that are left. You can do whatever you want with them. And this is my New York area, where you have like buildings. And the Statue of Liberty. This is the only place in my island where I actually have like forced perspective stuff, because I don't know how to do that. And then there's Stone Age. And to finish up, my waterfall, that currently is decorated by carnival stuff. Okay, I think I think that's it. Guys, it has been a pleasure. It has been a very long stream, almost 3 hours, of me just speaking and talking and having no response. Very nice, obviously. So I hope I answered all your questions. If you need anything, just message me on Instagram at mary.does.stuff. Mary does stuff. The link is also below in the description. Just message me there. Please join our Discord. If you want to start modding, we will be more than happy to help you, and more than welcome. You're more than welcome to come. And if you don't want to mod, just come around and have fun. You're more than welcome as well. We do giveaways. We have giveaway Mondays where we give big giveaway stuff, and small giveaways where everyone is more than welcome. And I think that's it. Oh, if you do use this tutorial, or Iggy's, because it's easier, obviously, please use the hashtag ACNH mods, Animal Crossing New Horizon mods. We will see it. Please at me or at Iggy. We will be more than happy to see it. And any questions? Just do it. If we can mod a normal Switch, it depends. So you can mod a first generation Switch, but then on the end part of the first generation, like the transition between the first and second generation Switches, there are some Switches that are not possible to mod, and then second generation, most of them are not moddable. You can mod them, but it's a hardware mod. So you need to open your Switch and actually sold, like place, I don't know the word in English. Let's go to Google Translate. Translate. Soldar, it's the word in Portuguese. I have no idea how to say it in English. Soldar. So in English, it is weld. You need to weld. So you need to actually weld a chip to the motherboard of your switch. So you would lose your warranty. So generation 1 switches are not patched, so you can just do a software modding. So if you need to send it to the warranty, you just take out your SD card and send it, no problem at all, you're completely fine. But second generation switches, you need to do a hardware mod, so you need to weld something to the chip, a chip to the motherboard, so it's not doable. Modded and magic switches so modded, magic, hacked, and not patched are all the same types of switches, different names. We say magic switches, so we don't use the actual word mod, but hacked, not patched, modded, and magic, it's all the same. Patch switches are the ones that cannot be anything. You can, unless you know how to weld, and you lose your warranty. And I think that's it. Okay, now's the time for me to go away. Last call. Thank you for coming. I hope you understood. Very sorry for my English. I know that sometimes not the best. Any questions at DM me, DM Iggy, DM anyone? I think no, DM me. It's better to DM me. Not bother anyone else. I will answer you as fast as I can. I'm in Portugal time, so as you can see, currently it's 9 PM. I'm not time traveling. This is my actual time. So I'm going to have dinner, people, because I'm hungry. And join the Discord. I will place the link underneath. Okay, bye. It's the time now. Bye, everyone. Have a nice day. Thank you for coming. And I hope in the future I can do another one about terraforming in NHCE. Bye.